All right, so I want to start off by saying Happy New Year's to everybody. I hope everybody had a great 2020. Let's make 21 better. Let's strive. Let's succeed. Let's conquer. That's just, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got goals, set goals, accomplish them, set small goals, set long-term goals, and let's accomplish them. This video, it's going to be a pretty long video today because this is going to be my last Q&A I'm going to ever do for a long time. I'm not going to say ever do, but for a long time. Cause I got a lot of things working in 2021. I got a lot of people I want to introduce that's going to join the kennel, things like that. But let's go ahead and start with the video. I got a lot of questions. You guys have a lot of questions. So I'm going to go ahead and start. So first question of the day. Somebody said, do you know Big Twix? I'm not really going to speak on Big Twix because I've spoken on him I've spoken about him in one of my last videos. So if you're really interested in knowing about what I said about Big Twix, go to one of my last videos, I forgot which video it is, but it's a Q&A video. I spoke on Big Twix. Somebody else asked me, would you sell Hennessy? Honestly, man, no, I would never sell Hennessy. I wouldn't sell Hennessy because of like the bond me Hennessy got, man. Like I know Hennessy got a lot of like, I wouldn't say she got a lot of issues, but Hennessy's a very hyper dog. But that's one of my females. That's one of my first micro females. So it'd be harder for me to get rid of her because of the fact that she's my first micro bully. So me getting rid of her, more than likely, man, I don't even care if you offer me $20,000. I still wouldn't sell. I'm not the average breeder, man. Like I'm not the breeder that's just all money hungry. Like have a litter, sell it. Have a litter, sell it. Like that's not me. Like I'm not money hungry, and I'm not hurting for money. So more than likely, man, no, I wouldn't sell it. Next question. Somebody said, can I explain what I meant in my last video by having a female that's in heat around the other females that trigger that heat? Okay, so to explain what I meant by that is like, okay, let's say you have 3 females. See, like in my case, I got 3 females. I got Sophie. Sophie is 14 months. Betty is 16 months. And I got Hennessy. Hennessy is 16 months. No, Hennessy's 14 months. Having one female in heat around the other older females, I don't mean pups. Like I don't mean it's gonna make pups come in the heat. Like I can't have her around Nova, which we know Nova's 8 months, and it's gonna make Nova heat come on. That's not how it work out. Having her around older females, it'll trigger heat to come on. Like it'll, it's just like a human, like a female. You can have a female. You can have a woman in the house with 2 daughters or 3 daughters. All their heat, periods are gonna like kind of like come around at the same time because of it's just a human by nature thing. You know what I'm saying? For that to happen. Next question: how much are How much are the AI starting at? AI, man, depends on who you go to. You got some people who do it for $100, some people who do it for $50, and you also got some vets. Some vets, they'll give you a bundle deal where they'll do 3 AIs for $150, or it just depends on whoever you go to. Next question. Next question. When can you start breeding your female? Realistically speaking, I want to speak on this really quick. I'm not gonna make it too long, but I definitely want to speak on this because it's a lot of controversy about this topic right here. Technically speaking, you don't want to breed your female dog on her first heat cycle because normally most female dogs, not all, most of them go in their first heat around in between 6 to 8 months. And why would you want to breed a 6 to 8 month old on their first heat? Like you don't want to do that, man. The moms are gonna be immature. More than likely, your pups are not gonna get taken care of. Listen, I'm not saying your pups won't live because it's just as simple as taking your pups off the mom, putting the mom where she goes, and bottle feed them. Like, I'm not saying your pups won't live because you can definitely take care of pups that their mom won't take care of. But it's not good. It's not healthy. It's not healthy on the mom. But realistically speaking, you want to wait till her second heat cycle. And me personally, I wait till at least 13, 14 months of age on the heat cycle, on the second heat cycle for me to breed. That's just me personally. What's my favorite pattern on a bully? Honestly, man, it's crazy. I can't say I have a certain pattern or color because, you know what I'm saying, I don't really look at color, man. You know, I just look at the dog. The dogs, you know, how the dog is, how many the dog buns. But I do like try. I like try a lot. But I'm a big fan of blue. Like Draco color, like that bluish color. I'm a big fan of that. You know, I don't know why I always like the blue dogs. That's just been one of my things ever since I was a little kid. How do some produce lilac? Okay, so for a dog, man, you really won't know what your dog produce unless you have your dog color tested. You can take your dog to a vet, have your dog color tested, and it's going to show you what color your dog produces and what color is in your dog genes. But more than likely, man, you can pretty much look at your dog and tell what colors they're going to produce if you know what you're doing. Like Juice, example, y'all see Juice's Brindle. Juice is chocolate, Juice is lilac, Juice got white, Juice got tri. And you can look at him on his skin and tell him, like, Juice is a lilac and chocolate. As we see, he's a brindle, but he's lilac and chocolate. So that obviously shows you that's two main colors Juice gonna throw, lilac and chocolate. Next question. Somebody said, what hard and soft food can I feed my bully? Man, I you know, when it comes to food, man, I'm different, bro. Like, a lot of people comment on my videos, why you don't do, you know, why you won't do a raw diet. Man, I don't like raw diets. A raw diet is just not what I like to do. My dogs are happy on what I feed them. My dog's skin is happy on what I feed them. My dog's coats are clean. My dog's digestive system is good. So I don't feed my dogs wet food, and I don't feed my dogs raw diet. I might do a raw diet once every 2 or 3 months. Just depends on how I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really like the raw diets like that. I get a set food for my dogs, and I keep them on it. I don't like changing them because dogs have very sensitive digestive system. If you change their food, that's just like any animal. If you change their food, it's going to mess with their stomach. It's going to have them, you know, diarrhea, things like that. So when you find a good dog, a good food for your dog, man, you just want to keep them on that and stick to it, man. What is the best price for a stud feed? Man, it just depends on what your dog is worth, what your dog looks like, your dog's bloodline, you know, all that good stuff. You know, it varies on each dog, man. You know, you can have a litter of 2 boy dogs and they both grow up, and you can be like, I'm gonna keep these are my 2 keepers. But I'm gonna have this stud fee at this $2,500, this stud fee at $1,500. It just depends on, you know, like I said, you know, what people willing to pay. But not only that, what you think your dog is worth. You know what I'm saying? It all depends. Most of this stuff, man, is like a self thing, like how you feel about it, what you think. Juice stud fee is currently at $1,500, $500 to lock in. But sometimes I run deals. But like I said, it just depends on. But when Juice next breeding drop with all these females, he's definitely going to 2K. Not a penny less. No, I'm not doing no pup back deals. I don't want any pup back deals, so don't DM me, ask me about pup back deals. I got my own pups. I'm keeping my own pups, so I'm producing my own pup. I'm not buying any more pups anytime soon. I'm going to produce my own pups. Somebody else, next question. What inspired you to breed bullies? Man, and that's crazy, you know. I've loved dogs, man, ever since I was a little kid, man. When me and my parents, you know, had pit bulls, like my mom would. I remember back in the day we had 2 dogs, 2 pit bulls, 2 boys. One was named Cash, and one was named Rico. One of them was just like Sophie. He was like a trindle color, and they both were brindle. But one was like a darker brindle, one was like a lighter brindle. I've always been like a dog person, man. I love dogs, man. It's a genuine thing from the heart, man. Not necessarily say breeding them, man. I just always loved dogs. So as I got older, I was like, man, you know, I think I want to breed dogs. And like I said in one of my older videos, after a while, man, I'm gonna invest my money into a shop. I'm gonna open up a business where I breed actual dogs, like in a shop, like you know how you go to a place that sell puppies. I'm gonna sell Pomeranians. I'm gonna sell German Shepherds. I'm gonna sell Rottweilers. I'm gonna have a little bit of everything when I open up my shop. But I'm gonna always breed bullies. Bullies is just always been my specific look of dog. Like I like the way the bullies are like short and like thick arms and real cockstrong. Like I like that. You know what I'm saying? They just look real nice, man. I like it. Next question. What's my thought on venom line? I don't really want to speak too much on anybody else dogs or anybody else camp, but all I will say is I like the venom line. They got something rocking over there. They got something nice. Next question. When is the right time to do an AI on your female? Technically speaking, man, I can't answer that question because it all depends on the female. Some females have split heat. You know, different females have different heat cycles. You have to just figure out her first heat. That's why you want to skip her first heat, because you want to figure out how your dog heat is. That shows you on your first heat, you want to try to figure out your dog. Like, you want to figure out, okay, this is how her heat cycle works. So next time she come in heat and I breed her, if I breed her, I know how her heat cycle works out. But you just gotta, it depends on each dog. I can't tell you how, because it really just depends on each dog. And next question, what happens if you do it on first heat? Like I just said a few minutes ago, you don't want to breed on the first heat. It seems like a lot of people want to breed it off on their first heat. Man, don't do that. Listen, breeding dogs is patience. Trust me, man. Listen. All I'm gonna say is this. Breeding dogs, man, it takes patience. There's shots you can give your dogs that'll trigger them and make them go and heat faster. But just because you give them the shot, that don't mean they're gonna ovulate. They might be in heat, that don't mean they're gonna ovulate. And again, if you don't have patience for this, man, you don't need to breed, man. You gotta have patience when it comes to breeding dogs. You can't try to just, use them like a puppy mill, man. You gotta let your dogs, everything with your dog, you gotta let it happen naturally, man. You gotta let it, the only thing I would say that's hard to let happen natural is breeding micro bullies because of their size difference and the weight difference. But other than that, man, heats and all that, you wanna let everything else happen natural. I'm real natural when it comes to my dogs. Third question, somebody said, how long till you should rebreed your female? I'm guessing after her, I don't know what they mean by that. I'm guessing after their first heat. A dog goes in the heat every 6 months. So to answer that question. Somebody asked me, where do you find and sell your dogs? Well, as y'all can see, I'm obviously a YouTuber. So, that's a big clientele base for me to use is with me being a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my major key things, me being a YouTuber. So I have a lot of people that hit me up off YouTube on my Instagram about dogs. Not only that, Facebook, and another thing, man, in my city, I'm pretty well known. I'm not gonna say I'm top known, like I'm the best known in my city, but I'm getting out there. So a lot of people know me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people see my dogs, see me walking my dogs, see me having my dog places, and they be like, oh, hey, man, do you breed dogs? You know what I'm saying? And that interests them. So that's not really how I get my clientele. Next question. Would I ever switch from micro, bully, and get different type of dogs? Well, in my house, I'm going to always have micros and pockets. I will never sell micros or pockets in my own business. Once I open up my shop and things like that, I will never have micro bullies or anything bully-wise in my shop. That's just me, just a personal choice. Not that I think it's bad or they bad to sell or anything like that. It's just a personal choice. I'm not going to keep my micros or breed my micros at my business, at my legit business that I open up. Next question. Where I get my kennels from? Man, listen, this is a big question. Everybody always DM me, asking me where I get these kennels from. All you have to do, and this is my last time answering this question, go on Amazon. You don't put in dog kennel. You don't put in dog cage. You go on Amazon and you type in heavy duty dog crates. And that's where you're going to find these kennels at. Heavy duty dog crates on Amazon. Next question. Okay, next question. When do you impregnate your female after how many days after her heat start? Again, if you're trying to breed a dog or you're trying to be a breeder, or even if you're trying to breed your dog and you want to hit her on point and be correct, the right way is to get a progesterone test. Normally, you want to wait 5 to 6 days after the bleed. 5 to 6 days. You want to let her bleed 5 to 6 days, and then you want to hit her. But it kind of depends on the female, because some females are different. Some females bleed for 3 days, some bleed for 4 days, some bleed for 5 days. Again, man, to be on the safe side, you just want to get a progesterone test. Normally, since I breed dogs, I normally get around 3 progesterones before I breed her to be sure I'm hitting her on target. Next question. Somebody asked me where I got my cages from. We just spoke on that. What's my thoughts on Sports Mix brand? I used to use Sport Mix, man. Crazily, I used to use Sport Mix not too long ago. But I just found out somebody hit me up and said to stop using Sport Mix because Sport Mix had a recall. Which I wasn't really tripping. Damn. Which I wasn't really tripping on. And the reason why I wasn't tripping on the Sport Mix having a recall is because I've been stopped using Sport Mix, man. I use Pro Plan and Diamond. So, me personally, I stopped using Sport Mix. So, I mean, to answer your question, I stopped using Sport Mix. Next question. Okay, this is a great question. This person asked me this, man. I'm not gonna lie, this is a great question. I've never been asked this before. They said, "What all dogs do you think are in a bully? Do you think different types are? Do you think different types are in the different class of bullies?" Okay, man. Listen, we all know bullies are not their own like class. Like, bro, bullies are mixed with pit bulls. Bullies are definitely mixed with pit bulls. You just gotta mix the right type of pit bulls to the right type of dog to get a bully. Some pit bulls are mixed with bulldogs to get bullies. Some pit bulls are mixed with different type of features and different type of looks to get the bully look. Bully, there is no full-blooded bully like that. It don't make sense. Bullies are definitely mixed with pit bulls and different types of dogs. Some bullies are mixed with bulldogs. It all depends, man. That's how you get them shorter. You get them shorter by breeding a pit bull with a shorter dog to get them shorter. But the only thing about that, if you don't know what you're doing, you will mess it up because that way your dog will have a high rear. If you trying to just get a pit bull and mix it with a short bully like Juice, your dog gonna be like this. Your dog gonna be like this. That's gonna give your dog a high rear. You don't do that. That's not what you want to do. That's why you want to go to somebody who knows what they're doing and knows how to breed. Next question. What are some good vitamins for a blue nose pit? Y'all know the vitamins I use. Hey, throw those vitamins, bro. All right, so look, these are the vitamins I use. These are some of the good vitamins I use. You can find them at Tractor Supply. They're called NutriVex. They come in 500 pills. You can buy them at any local Tractor Supply, pet store. These are what I get. They don't got too much everything. They just got a little bit. They really got everything you need, man, in a dog, man. Protein, fat, fiber, copper. They got folic acid, B12. They got a little bit of everything, man. That's why I rock with those vitamins. Next question. Where do I find the passion to start with the dogs? Again, like I just spoke on, it's always been a passion ever since I was a little kid. What are my top brands of dog foods? Like I just said, I spoke on it. I use Diamond. I've started with Diamond, man. Diamond and Pro Plan. Would I ever breed big guard dogs like Cane Corsos? Cane Corsos, no. But again, I am thinking about, I'm definitely going to get, when I open up my actual shop where I breed dogs. I'm going to have German Shepherds. I'm going to have Rottweilers. So I'm going to stay like on that type of guard dog thing, not Cane Corsos. Because I'm not really too fond of Cane Corsos. Nothing against them. I just, that's just not my style of dog. Next question. Can you make a living off strictly breeding dogs? Only thing I'm going to say is breeding dogs is a $1 million business. You take that however you want to take it. But I will say this. Again, don't just be breeding dogs just because you want to make money, bro. You got to have love for what you do. If you follow me on Instagram, y'all can see I post. You got to love what you're doing. I love waking up every morning, breeding my dogs, taking care of them, letting them play, spending time with them. I have love for this. I've been doing this ever since I was a little kid. I have love for this. I'm not just doing it for the money. Again, I have 4 incomes right now, not including the dogs. I have 4 incomes, not just including the dogs. So, like, I don't do it just for the money. Of course, the money is a part of it, but I don't do it just for the money because, man, it's not fair to the dogs, man, for you just to be breeding just for money, man. Like, you're using them technically, man, like, if you're breeding just for the money. I got dogs because I love dogs. I genuinely love my dogs. I kiss my dogs in the mouth. Most people might say that's nasty, but to me, that's not nasty. Dogs have a bacteria in their mouth that cleans germs. But a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But I love my dogs. My dogs are like family to me. So I kiss my dogs in the mouth. I don't care how you feel. You can feel how you want to feel. Man, dogs have bacteria that clean germs in their mouth. That's why when y'all think when they get sores and stuff, they lick it. Because them licking it helps heal the sore. Because they have bacteria that cleans the germs. Next question. Am I still getting a pit bull? I'm still thinking about it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm still thinking about it if I find the right pit bull. Because I'm not going to breed my pit bull. Whatever pit bull I get, I'm not going to breed it. I'm not breeding my pit bull. I'm going to get it just for like a, like a nice little house pit bull. Just something major. Something nice, something minor, not too big, not too aggressive. Just something nice. And I'm not going to breed it. So, only reason why I didn't get that pit bull at the shelter was because she was 10 years old, man. Why would I get a pit bull that's 10 years old, man? Look how old she is, man. She's super old. That's too old for me. I really want a pup. That's the reason why I didn't get her. Next question. Somebody asked me how long have I been growing my dreads. I've been growing my dreads now, man, since I was in high school. I've been in high school now about, how long have I been in high school, bro? About 7 years now? Been in high school about 7 years now. So I've been growing my dreads. I've had hair in middle school. I didn't have dreads in middle school. I had braid, cornrows. But I started my dreads my freshman year in high school. So I've been growing my dreads now, I want to say about maybe 11 to 12 years. Next question. Do I keep some of the pups out of the litter? It depends, man. It depends on how the pups look, what I feel like I'm lacking in my program, what I feel like I'm lacking, in my kennel. Like, when I breed with these 3 females, I'm definitely going to keep a boy and a girl. I can't say what litter I'm going to keep or what dog I'm going to keep. I just got to look and see what I got, and I'm going to go from there. Because I'm looking for another stud, a juice son, but a full color, like not brindle, a full color juice, like maybe a chocolate or a lilac or a tri, something like that, but I want a full color. Look at Juice. Juice, get up, Juice. Juice say he tired, man. Next question. What I mean by swelling. Listen, most female dogs, when they go in heat, they swell up. Their vagina, it swells up. If you look at them, it'll be like really fat. That's because they're either going in heat or they're in heat. That's what I mean by swelling up. Actually, since we're speaking on that, real quick, Sophie's swelling up. I noticed it yesterday. So she's definitely going to probably be in heat within the next maybe 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. Wow, my fault, y'all. Damn, I'm tripping. She's definitely going to probably start bleeding within the next 2 to 3 days. But I'm going to keep my eye on it. And I'm going to watch for the blood drips. And then from there, I'm going to get my progesterone, and then we go from there. So for everybody that's interested in a pup or wondering who she's going to Juice. Everything micro-wise is going to Juice in my yard. Nova's going to Juice. Hennessy's going to Juice. Betty's going to Juice. And Sophie's going to Juice. So just to squash that question out, because I get that question asked a lot. Everybody's going to Juice. Next question. Somebody said Sophie warmed up quick. Yeah, she warmed up quick, bro. It's all about the environment, man, that makes them happy and makes them, whatever they are. Because she obviously she's happy. She likes my other dogs. They don't fight. They play. She's happy, That's why she warmed up so quick. My other dogs welcomed her in instead of like trying to size her. They welcomed her in, Next question. So a lot of these questions are just like repeated questions about like where I get the crate, where I get the dog cages from, are bullies mixed with pit bulls, things like that, which I already spoke on earlier in the video. All right, so next question. Advice on owning a stud and how do you handle your males when your females are in heat? Like I said, I spoke on this in my last video. The only advice on owning a stud, man, you want to make sure you get his semen checked once every 2 months, once every month. It's cheap to get that semen check where I'm at, right? It's $50 to get you that semen check. So that's one thing you definitely want to do when you own the stud, because you don't want to be shipping out semen that's not fertile, that's not going to fertilize somebody's eggs, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you just rip people off. So you definitely want to make sure you get their semen check. And when you have your females around your males in heat, I mean, you just put them in different kennels or you split them up. It's just as simple as that, you know. When they come in heat, he's not with them. So, I mean, it don't really matter, like, you know what I'm saying? They separate. And he also said where I get the cages from, which I spoke on earlier in the video. Somebody asked me, next question, what's the limit of litters should I do for my female bully? Me personally, I only do 2. I only do 2 litters per female. So when I get 2 litters out of female, I'm done. I'm not using her no more. I'm not gonna breed her no more, cause that's overdoing it, man. That's just overdoing it, trying to do it that many times, man. I'm gonna do 2 times and that's it. And that's just me. You can do it however, they can have up to 4 or 5 litters, but I mean, man, that's like puppy milling your dog, man. You don't want to take your female dog through that, man. Me personally, I would do 2, and that's it. That's all I'm doing is 2. Next question. Somebody said they never knew Dawn was good for dogs. Listen, not any Dawn, Blue Dawn. Blue Dawn works good on a lot of animals because it's natural and it doesn't have too many things in it or chemicals that's going to hurt your animal. It's good to base them off with, man. But you also, me personally, what I do is I base my dog off in Dawn, and then I use shampoo. I use a couple different types of shampoo, but I can show you one of the shampoos I do use. Throw me that shampoo, bro. Y'all know I used to play football, you know what I'm saying, back in high school. But look, this is the shampoo that I use. So I normally hit them with the Dawn, and then I hit them with the shampoo. Next question. How do you control puppy biting? Listen, I'm gonna let you know right now. Puppy biting, man, that's something you can't control. Only thing you can do is give your puppy a lot of attention and give your puppy chew toys. Just give your dog a lot of chew toys, for them to chew on, play on. You got to think about it. It's a pup. So with that being said, their teeth are growing. So with their teeth growing, it irritates them. So they like to, you know, bite on things to help, you know what I'm saying, with their teeth. Like a baby. Babies drool when they're getting teeth. And they get colds, they get sick, they get fevers when they're sick. It's just because of the teeth. It messes with their body. So they're going to chew a lot. They're going to chew a lot because they're pups, you know what I'm saying? They're growing their teeth in for the first time. So it's like, it's new to them. So just give them a lot of chew toys to chew on. That's pretty much all you can really do. Next question. Do my neighbors complain about my dogs? I spoke on this in one of my other videos also. My neighbors love my dogs. Every single one of my neighbors in my neighborhood has a dog. Well, I'm not going to say every single one. Every single one, like, within the radius of me. Across the street have dogs. Across over there, diagonal, he have dogs. The lady over here has dogs. My neighbor next door, he have a dog. My neighbor over here, they got 2 dogs. So everybody in this neighborhood have dogs. So it's like, you know, they're not really going to complain about the dogs because, like, they like my dogs and my dogs are friendly. But not only that, they all have dogs. You don't really get problems with neighbors and dogs unless you're not respecting your neighbor's house or you're not respecting their area when it comes to your dog. Like, I can say this. When my dogs go in my neighbor's yard and stuff, I don't let them just, like, be in the yard having fun. I tell them, hey, come back in the house, get out of the yard. And if my dogs was to happen to use the bathroom in the yard, I definitely pick it up because, I mean, that's respect. That's respecting somebody else's space. But my neighbors, they love my dogs, man. Next question. Somebody asked me, am I a full-time breeder or do I have a main or part-time job? No. Again, I don't have a job. My job is YouTube, breeding my dogs. You know, like those are my 2 jobs. My main job, I would say, is YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. But I also have other incomes coming in. It's all about, like I said, investing, man. I've made a lot of investments that's bringing money in for me. That's one of my major income source. I make a lot of investments on different things. Like I invest in stocks and bonds. I invest in a lot of things, man, that brings me money back in. So like good example, where everybody have savings account. I have a savings account, but my savings account is not for saving. It's for investing. I invest in my savings so that way my savings can, let's say I got 10,000, 20,000 invested in my savings. I'm gonna take half that and go invest in something so I can double that. That's just me. I'm an investor. I invest so that way my savings can keep growing. But no, I don't have a job. I do my dogs, and I do YouTube. Like, and I also have other incomes. Like, that's how I make my money. Next question. How do you choose your keeper from a litter? That's a good question, man. It depends on what you could consider your vision dog. I ain't gonna even say vision bully because not everybody breeding bully. You got people breeding a lot of different animals, a lot of different dog breeds. So it depends on what you're looking for in that specific breed. And then when you get that litter, you go out and you look in that litter and be like, okay, well, I'm looking for this, that, and that. Like some people might be looking for a head, structure, and shortness. If you find a dog out of the litter that has that, then that's the dog you keep. It just depends on what you see or what you want in that specific breed. Next question. Somebody asked me, is the other dog still losing her fur or is she getting better? I've showed her in my last couple videos. She's actually doing a lot better. She's getting a lot cleaner. Her hair's starting to grow back. She's doing a lot better. She's actually doing a lot better. Next question. How do you go about first pick? It just depends on how you want to go about first pick. Me personally, of course, first pick sells for more because that's like first pick dog. That first pick always sells for more. But in most cases, most people, they keep their first pick. In most cases, that's, what people decide to do. Most places, they just keep their first pick. Next question. She said she had 2 questions. Her first question is, how come you don't have some type of soft bedding for each kennel for your dogs to sleep on? So to start with that right there, I want to start by saying this. My dogs all have beds, and I'll show that to you. My dogs all have beds, but with my dogs, man, my dogs are real playful. So my dogs use the bathroom on their bed. They pee on their bed. Juice rip up his bed. Juice is not good with beds at all. Like, I can put Juice bed in his cage and Juice won't lay on it. Like, his bed will be over here and he'll lay on that side of the cage. Juice just different. He just don't like beds. So I don't even bother giving him a bed because he don't like beds. But again, my dogs are not in the cage that often. So I mean, them having a bed, which they definitely should have a bed. And once I said they have beds, but it's like the process of me in their beds is every morning I clean their beds out. Like I wash it down, clean it up, sanitize it. That way they're clean. Because, they pee on their beds, they pee on their beds, they boo-boo on their beds. And I don't want them laying on the bed that's full of feces and pee. That's nasty. So, of course, when I clean, I got to let it dry. So, most of the time when I do my videos, it's early in the morning or it's in the afternoon when their beds are drying. Like right now, their beds are drying. So, they don't have their beds, but their beds will be in there in maybe an hour or 2 after their beds dry. Next part of her question. She said, even if I use old sheets or towel, again, my dogs chew things like that. Towels, sheets, my dogs will chew it up. Why would I put something in my dog cage why would I put a towel in Juice's cage if I know Juice is going to tear it up and be eating it? Why would I want my dog eating a towel? Come on, you got to think about things like that. Every dog is different. You can't go off maybe what your dog does. Every dog is different. Juice do not like stuff like that. Juice don't like things in his cage. Juice will chew it up. Like when I put his bed in there, I can show you Juice bed right now. It's all ripped up. Juice rips it all up. Juice don't like stuff in his cage. He plays with it. He rips it. So what's the point of me putting it in there if he's just going to rip it up? And then possibly chew it and choke and die. I'm not going through all that. I'm not going through all that. She also said, how uncomfortable must it be sleeping on the bottom of the bars and the kennel floors? I'm pretty sure it's very uncomfortable. But at the same time, like I just said, my dogs don't go to sleep at nighttime without their beds. My dogs have their beds when they go to sleep at night. So, I mean, you know, just because y'all don't see their beds in their kennels throughout the video, which only is 20 minutes, that don't mean they don't have beds. Please, think about this. You only get 20 to 30 minutes of a video every video. So how can you say what my dogs don't have if you don't live with me? My dogs have beds. Okay, so that's the end of her question. Next question. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I don't do shout outs, and I'm not doing a shout out, but Roxy the Bully, hey, you said it best when you said this. This person, I don't know if it's a guy or a female, but they commented and said, it's crazy how people be trying to give you suggestions like they know better. You clearly know what you're talking about. Much respect. Keep killing it. Listen, man, I appreciate that, but it's not even me knowing everything, because I'm not a know-it-all. I'm not a guru. But one thing I can say is I know my dogs. Like, how can you speak on my dogs? Like, I'm with them 24/7. I take care of them 24/7. I'm with them every day. I see them every day. I know what my dogs like. I know what my dogs don't like. I know what make my dogs happy. So how can you give me advice on my dogs? You know what I'm saying? Next question. Do you put middle name on UKC papers? Me personally, my dogs don't have a middle and last name. All my dogs' last name is my last name. But I don't do all that. Like, I just give my dog a first name. On most of my paperwork, I put CB Kennels and then the dog name. So that way, on the paperwork, it's going to show up as CB Champion Bloodline Kennels Juice, or Champion Bloodline Kennels Hennessy, or Champion Bloodline Kennels Riri. That way, it identifies Riri is currently with Champion Bloodline Kennels. That's just how I personally do it. Next question. What made me start liking bullies? I'm going to answer this, and it's not the same as what made me start breeding dogs. What made me start liking bullies? Again, man, I like that thick look, that, you know, that mean looking look, that Draco look, that juice, that cock strong short look. I like that look, man. It just looks nice. I love it. It excites me. I'm going to tell y'all something crazy that I never spoke on. I used to didn't like micro bullies. Micros, exotics, I did not like it. All I had was pockets. But then, one day, man, one of my boys had bought his first micro bully. And I was like, man, that dog look nice, man. Like, yeah, pockets are nice, but, man, it's all about a preference, man. You know, when I seen that micro bully he had, man, I was just fascinated, man. I was like, man, that dog is nice, man. Like, I like that, man. The dog's short, real compact. You got to think about it. The goal of a micro bully is to be compact and small, kind of like a Frenchie. Of course, it's not going to be like a Frenchie because micros are way thicker and they have more girth and bone. But the whole goal is for it to be compact, for you to be able to pick it up with one arm and it be micro and be really compact. But that's what made me start liking them, though. Next question. Hardest. I'm going to answer this question. How to start breeding as a beginner. I've answered this before in one of my previous videos, but I'm going to go into depth on this. Listen, when you're trying to breed dogs and when you're trying to become a breeder, start off the right way. Invest your money in a nice dog. Don't try to start off the cheap way. Listen, and when I say this, I'm speaking on experience. Listen, I'm not telling y'all nothing. I'm not telling y'all nothing that I haven't done. Trust me. My first, I want to say 5 dogs that I bought, four, which I thought was going to be so nice and so this. I'm going to tell you what I did. I would find a dog. The mom would look good and the dad wouldn't look good, or the dad would look good and the mom would look good, or the dad would be a bully and the mom would be a pit bull, or the mom would be a bully and the dad would be a pit bull. That's not how it goes. If you want a nice structured bully with that girth and muscle, you want to look at, don't even look at the dog. You want to look at the parents. You want to look at the grandparents. You want to look at the ancestors. That's what's going to tell you what that puppy's going to become. the genes, the DNA. Not trying to feed it and, oh, the dad looks good, but the mom don't. Maybe it'll look good. Maybe it'll turn out good. That's not how it goes. Both parents have to look good. The pup is 65% of the mom. So if you're trying to have a pit bull mom and you're trying to just, Riri, don't turn it over, and you're trying to breed it to a nice, thick male, more than likely, if you don't look at the history of the mom side of the family, you're not going to get what you're looking for, because that pit bull is not going to have, in her history, she's not going to have that bone, muscle, and girth. And as I just said, the pup is 65% of the mom. So, you know, y'all take that and y'all do the math on that. You get what I'm saying? Next question. The same guy asked me, what is my most expensive dog? Honestly, my most expensive dog was my Frenchie. No, not my Frenchie. No, not my Frenchie. I would say my most expensive dog was Juice. I'm not gonna say how much he was. My most expensive dog definitely was Juice, because y'all know I paid $4,000 for the Frenchie. I paid $4,000 for the Frenchie. Most Frenchies, man, the price range depends on the color of the Frenchie. But y'all see, my Frenchie is tri. So you can have a fun Frenchie that sells for $2,500, you know what I'm saying, like the pups. But my tri Frenchie obviously is going to sell for more because of the color. She's tri. Price range of dogs have a lot to do with their coloring. Coloring does have an impact on price, because you can have a fawn dog, which is like a brown dog, and it only sells for $3,000, but you can have a lilac dog that sells for $6,000 or $7,000. It just depends on the color, you know what I'm saying? But I would say Juice was definitely my most expensive dog. But I'm not buying any more studs. My next 5-star stud that I'm going to create him. And he's going to be a Juice son. Next question. Guy asked me, if you want your bully to a pit, what would the puppies be? Of course, they're going to be bully mixes, you know what I'm saying? Because as I told y'all earlier in the video, you mix a pit bull with different things to get certain things, you know what I'm saying? You mix a pit bull with a bulldog, you mix pit bull with a bully, you mix pit bull with different type of things. But I'm finna tell y'all something real quick. Check this out, though. Check this out. If I just told y'all bullies are mixed with pit bulls, do the math on that. So I got a pit bull female, which is a full-blooded pit, and I'm trying to breed her with a bully. And I just told y'all bullies are mixed with pit bulls and something else. Technically, that dog is 75% pit bull. Because if you take your pit bull to a bully, that bully's half bully and half bulldog. So that means you got the whole mom's side pit bull and half of the dad's side pit bull. So that's 75% pit bull. So what you do math on that? 75% pit bull, you're not going to get a nice bully. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get it. And that's just something I just thought about that y'all got to think about. You know what I'm saying? Bullies are mixed with pit bulls and something else. So what you're going to get is the look that you're not looking for. If you're looking for a look like Draco, you're not going to get it from a pit bull and a bully, because bullies are mixed with pit bulls. So that means your dog is going to be 75% pit bull. You know what I'm saying? Next question. Would you ever do something like mentor somebody, breeding with different breeds? Mentoring? Man, listen, I'm all for helping others, man. I'm all for it. I'm all for helping people chase their dream. I'm all for it. But one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to give you anything, because nobody gave me anything. I can give you advice. I can give you tips, but I'm not going to just give you anything. Just tell you, hey, do it this way, do it that way, do this, do that, do this. No, I'm not doing that, because nobody did it for me, so I'm not going to do it for nobody else. You got to hustle and figure out what you're looking for and what you're trying to do yourself, because I did it. I had to figure it out. I bought 5 bullies. I bought 5 dogs that I thought were going to be bullies. Same scenario. The mom would be a pit bull and the dad would be a bully, and the dog would end up trash. And I'd be like, yo, what the hell? Like, why my dog trash and the dad looks good as hell, but the mom don't? Again, like I said, that's why, you know what I'm saying, it's 75% pit bull. Hey, bro, that's a snake right there. You see it?
Yeah, that's correct, bro.
No, okay, I'm tripping. Man, I'm tripping hard. It's like a snake. But I bought 5 dogs. I would say I spent about $7,000 on dogs when I first started, before I got any of these bullies. Before I even got Draco. Before I got Draco mom. Because Draco mom, if you look on my Instagram and you scroll all the way to the bottom of my Instagram, the fawn dog, that's Draco mom. Draco was in that litter. That's how I got Draco out of that. But again, I spent between roughly 7,000 on dogs that I thought were going to be so nice, and they turned it out trash because, again, I figured it out. Like, okay, when I buy a dog, both parents have to have that look that I'm looking for in order for that dog to definitely have that look. I'm not with the assuming like, oh, maybe it'll have that look, maybe I can do this. No, if both parents are not the look that I'm looking for, I'm not purchasing that dog, because that dog is not gonna have that look. And I'm telling you this from experience. I just said I spent $7,000 on 5 dogs, and none of those dogs turned it out what I like. So I ended up getting rid of them, and I couldn't even get my money back because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just lost $7,000. You know what I'm saying? So again, you try to mix a pit bull, you be trying to look at one parent and determine if the pup's gonna look good by one parent because one parent does and the other one doesn't. Don't do that. That's a big no-no. But to get back on topic, mentoring, I'll definitely give you advice and I'll give you, you know, my opinion, but I'm not gonna give you step by step what to do and how to do it, because you gotta figure it out yourself. That's what's gonna help you understand your own program, because you did the work yourself. You did the footwork. Next question. Next question. Have I had a puppy died on me? Yes, I had a puppy died on me. I don't know if you guys are watching one of my old videos from a month or 2 ago. When I bred Juice to Betty, she did have pups. She had 2 pups. She produced a boy and a girl. They were lilac. They were like a chocolate color. One of them died. But it died as in the sense of, I don't really want to speak on that. But yeah, it died. But they were some nice pups. They definitely were some nice pups. Next question. Next question is, somebody said, I just want to say something real quick. Somebody said Draco looks the best. Man, listen, that's your preference. Obviously, your preference is not micro bullies, it's pocket bullies. I mean, you know, Draco is a different class. Draco is pocket, they're micros. I mean, you know, and this is a Frenchie. So it's like, obviously, that's your look. That's the look you like. So, I mean, if you like Draco the best, you think he looks the best, then that's obviously your type of, your cup of dog. You know what I'm saying? Next question. Somebody said they're in the process of starting a Rottweiler kennel. A little advice. Only advice I can give to you, man, is make sure you have quality dogs. Make sure you take care of your dogs. Make sure you love your dogs. Show your dogs affection. Spend time with your dogs. Everything's always about the dogs, bro. At the end of the day, bro, everything is not about money. It's not about you. It's about your dogs, bro. It's about them. It's about them at the end of the day, bro. You feel me? It's about them. But key advice, man, just make sure you take care of your dogs, and the customer's always right, man. You make sure you take care of your dogs and take care of your customers, man. And people are going to spend money, they're going to shop with you, you know what I'm saying, because of who you are and what you stand on, you know what I'm saying? But next question. What helped you start, or what made you decide to sell those type of dogs? Again, I like the look, you know what I'm saying? I like the what they look. I like how they look. I like, you know what I'm saying, the definition of a dog. That same person asked me, how did I start? Like I said, I bought 5 dogs. None of them was what I wanted. I lost $7,000. And then what made me really start realizing, Hennessy, back there snoring. what made me really start to realize how you get a nice dog is by analyzing. Both parents have to have that look that I'm looking for in order to get that dog that I'm looking for. Even the grandparents have to have that look. You don't just look at the parents, you look at the grandparents also, because the grandparents are going to tell you, is that look consistent? Because you got to think about it. You can have parents that look good, but the grandparents don't. That means that look is not consistent. If the grandparents look good, have that consistent look, and the parents have that consistent look, and the great-grandparents have that consistent look, that tells you the look of what you're trying to get is consistent. So that's going to tell you, like, obviously it's going to be consistent with those puppies. Okay, so me, I started by my first not real bully, micro bully, was Hennessy. My man sent me a video of the parents, sent me a video of the pedigrees, and I was like, oh, that look that I'm looking for is consistent in everything, in the whole pedigree. So I was like, obviously Hennessy's going to have that look. And as we see, Hennessy has the look that I'm looking for. Next question. Somebody said, do dogs be comfortable in the cage? I'm pretty sure they're not comfortable, but I mean, as y'all can see, they're asleep, and they're not asleep on their feet. But I mean, my dogs have beds, so I'm not speaking that anymore. Will I ever get an XL bully? Yes, I will get an XL bully. When I get, I'm in the process of buying a bigger house. I'm in the process of buying a bigger house. When I get my bigger house, I'm definitely going to expand. When I get my bigger house, they won't be in my garage. I'm going to, in the backyard, I already got something in mind that I showed you in my previous video. I'm going to get a shed built. I'm either going to buy one. Big old shed, maybe twice the size of my garage. And I'm going to have their whole little setup. And they won't be in cages. When I get that, they won't be in cages anymore. They're going to have their own little nice little setup, concrete floor, with beds, everything, when I purchase my bigger house. And then that's when I'm going to get my XL bully. I already know who I'm getting my XL bully from. One of my guys that I bred Juice Mother with, he have the perfect XL bully I'm looking for. He know who he is. Next question. Why is Draco in the house? Draco's in the house because Draco, it's crazy because Draco is the opposite of Riri. Riri the Frenchie. Riri's not in the house no more because Riri don't like being in the house. Every time Riri's in the house and I would come out the door, open the door to come out here, she would run outside to be out here with them. And she would start coming out to their cage playing with them. Riri does not like being in the house. Riri rather be outside playing with other dogs. Riri don't like being in the house. Draco, on the other hand, he likes being in the house. When I would open the door and he would be out, he would run in the house. Draco don't like being outside. Because you got to think about it. When I had my apartment, Draco wasn't outside because it was an apartment. He had to be inside. So Draco got so used to being inside that he's an inside dog. He's bougie. He like being inside. Like, he don't like being outside. Next question. Somebody asked me about I don't want to speak on that. I'm not gonna speak on that. I think this same guy, he private messaged me on DM me on Instagram, so I'm not gonna answer his question on here because he messaged me private. Next question. Next question. Which somebody just asked me, am I gonna get bigger bullies? Am I going to get bigger bullies? Yes, like I just stated, I'm going to get bigger. I'm going to get XL bullies once I buy my bigger house. I'm not trying to have 50 dogs crammed in a garage. So that's why, honestly, to be honest with you, man, I probably won't buy any more dogs no time soon. I'm going to keep some puppies, and that's about it. Because, like I said, I'm not trying to have dogs just crammed in my garage. So when I get my bigger house with more land and I can actually have my shed that they're going to be in, then I'm going to expand and get more bullies and bigger bullies. Somebody asked me really quick. Somebody asked me what I plan to do with Hennessy. Hennessy is not leaving the kennel. Hennessy. Come here, baby. Hennessy. And look how she's sitting on her butt, y'all. Hennessy is not leaving the kennel. Tell her, baby. Tell her, baby. Tell her, baby. Hennessy is not leaving the kennel. I don't care if you offer me $30,000. Hennessy is not leaving the kennel. And it's not about money, because when I was thinking about selling Hennessy, somebody offered me 15 grand for Hennessy. I turned it down. Somebody offered me $10,000 for Hennessy. I turned it down. Hennessy will not leave this camp. Next question. Somebody said, can they ask me a question? My bully vomits undigested food hours after eating. Why does this happen? Maybe your dog eats too fast. Some dogs can eat too fast and they don't digest their food all the way, and it makes them throw back up. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Yeah, somebody else commented and said, does she eat too fast? Yeah, that's more than likely the problem, your dog eating too fast. Next question. Somebody said, do what a new car? I'm guessing they saying, do you want a new car? As y'all can see, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm one of those guys, man. The thing that matters to me is priority. I know you got a lot of other YouTubers out here, man, that got a lot of cars, nice cars, this and that, that and that. Listen, one thing about me, man, I'm not trying to be that guy that has a foreign car, or me and my boy, we just spoke on this yesterday, man. I'm not trying to be that guy that has a Porsche or a Maserati at a trailer park, or a BMW at an apartment complex. Like, man, come on, man, your priorities are messed up. Get a house. Get houses and stuff before you buy a car. I'm that type of guy that have a beat up car and have a nice house. Or I have a beat up car and have my bank account have $1 million in it. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? Of course, after a while, I'm gonna buy a couple cars. A couple cars I'm definitely gonna buy that I've been thinking about buying is the BMW i8, the Maserati. I'm probably gonna get the Maserati pretty soon. I got a guy who has one that I'm working some things out with him on the Maserati. But some of my couple dream cars that I'm definitely gonna get is the BMW i8, the Maserati, and what was the other car? That's pretty much about it, man. I just want a BMW i8 and a Maserati. Oh, and I'm definitely coming soon. I'm getting the 392 Charger. I want me a 392 Charger, the Scat Pack. I got that work. I'm working on that too. But as I said, a lot of things when it comes to car wise, man, I kind of push it off to the back burner because of the fact that I'm trying to buy a bigger house. And so you got to think about it. What's more important to me, having a bigger house or having a Scat Pack with a BMW i8 with a Maserati? Not saying my house is bad. I have a beautiful home in a beautiful neighborhood, but it's not up to my liking. Like, I want more. I never settle myself for what I'm currently in because it's not enough for me. That's why I always build and get more, because I never set myself and be happy with what I got. I set my bar for myself high. And when I get to that bar, I keep setting it higher, and I keep setting it higher, and I keep setting it higher. Because when you get somewhere, you don't get comfortable there. You keep growing, and you keep growing, and you keep growing. That's the way of life. You don't get somewhere, you sit there, you keep growing. So that's why the whole car thing, man, I'm not worried about it right now, man. I got a Camaro, and I don't even drive that because, like I said, I'm trying to buy a bigger home right now. That's why I put the project off with my Camaro, get my music and everything done, because I'm trying to buy a bigger home for my family. Next question. Oh, that's good. Somebody said, would I ever get another micro stud? Of course, but I'm not purchasing another micro stud. My next micro stud will be it's guaranteed going to be a Juice Son. I'm going to create my next micro stud. I purchased Juice, and I'm not purchasing any more micros. My next micro stud will be a Juice. Either I'm going to go with a Tri or a Lilac or a Chocolate. No brindle, Juice Son. Next question. Will I ever do a puppy giveaway? I can't sit up here and say I will or I won't. It just depends on, the situation. I might, then again I might not. It really just depends on, the situation. If y'all want me to, comment down below, puppy giveaway. And I'll think about it. But at the same time, it won't be no time soon. It won't be like within the next 6 months. I think about it, but it won't be like right now. It'll be later on. But comment down below. If y'all really want me to do that, comment down below. I got y'all. Comment down below. Next question. Somebody said, let me see. I think that's actually the end of the questions. Yeah, that's the end of the questions. But pretty much, man, like I said, man, that was the end of the video. And I think I touched bases with a little bit of everything, man. I spoke on a lot of things personal-wise, and I spoke on a lot of things of what I'm doing with my camp-wise. So, you know, like, man, if you're trying to become a breeder or you're trying to create something nice, man, spend the money, man. Don't be cheap. Spend the money. Get what you like. Get the quality you like. Quality costs. It costs, man. It costs to play. You gotta pay to play. That's the big slogan in the bully game. You gotta pay to play. You want something nice, man? You gotta pay. Like, you gotta think about it. Man, my cheapest dog in my kennel, like in this kennel right here, my cheapest dog was, I ain't even gonna say the number, man, but you gotta pay to play, man. That's all I'm gonna say is you gotta pay to play. You know what I'm saying? I'm not charging nobody a fee that I've never paid. So me starting my micros out at 4K is definitely not nothing I've never paid, because as y'all can see, my Frenchie was $4,000. So I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna expect somebody to pay something that I didn't pay. You know what I'm saying? And for me to start my pocket off, which is Kenya, for me to start her dogs out at 2K, I bought Kenya for $2,500. So I'm still going out cheaper than what I paid for her. But that's just because of the love I have for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But that's the end of this video, man. I love y'all, man. Listen, this year, man, this is a brand new year. For all the kids that watch my channel, for all the grown people that watch my channel, I love all y'all. I appreciate all y'all support. Let's set our goals for this year. Let's execute our goals. Let's conquer the world. Let's grow as a whole in the world, y'all. Let's get together. Let's help each other. Let's unite. Let's not beat each other up, you know, talk down each other. Let's lift each other up and help each other. You know what I'm saying? That way we all can be successful. That way we all can help, you know what I'm saying? Be somebody in life. You know what I'm saying? Let's build each other, not tear each other down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know my DMs are always open if you have any questions. I'm here for everybody. I wish the best for everybody. Set your goals, set your short-term goals, set your long-term goals. Execute it, stay focused, grind, hustle, chase your dream, man, and just be happy, man. I love y'all. Y'all be safe.